Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Rad, and in this video you can listen to the forecast of your star sign for the week 8th to 14th of September 2025. It's Leo turn, and let me give a nice and good shuffle to the cards. And then we're going to have a look what week is ahead of you, my friends. Hopefully a nice one, as we are entering into the new working season. And here we go, the draw. First one, that will be the Hermit, followed by the second card of a Judgment. Third one, that will be Six of Swords. And the last one here, that will be Knight of Swords. So it will be a pretty tense one. Now it could, because it's general reading, guys, it could play out in many ways. That will depend what situation you are in right now, but there will be somewhat of a severance involved in it, or walking away from involved in it. And that is because of the Hermit and the Six of Swords into the third position of the spread. But I'm going to start with the Hermit here. I do apologize for the sneeze. That sits in a position, topic and environment of the week. So this is going to be the week where you are going to grow sick of following something or someone, following a code of conduct, a particular code of conduct, or the idea of someone else, the idea of the society, the ideas of the world. And that is going to make you withdraw, at least emotionally and mentally, from the midst of all the bullshits that are happening around you, to figure out what you want to do with say yourself, with your life, with your love, for example, with your skills, and so on and so forth. And what you're going to figure out, it's going to be freaking amazing here. Okay, because what you're going to come up with, whether an idea for a business, okay, or some kind of an idea that you need to change a view, or an idea that you need to change social circle, whatever the case, whatever idea you're going to come up with will end up being one of the most essential, substantial, wise, and intelligent decisions or coming up with that you came in the recent past, and this is going to bolster your confidence. That is exactly the direction you need to go toward. And this decision may provoke many things. It could be a reason to break relationships. It could be a reason to quit job. It could be a reason to determine to grow into the current job you have, for example. Okay, so it could play in many ways, but it will be, how can I put it into words? It will be affected by the situation you are in right now. And just to give you a quick example, okay, if say you're working in a company that everybody is laying low and is afraid to speak up, and is telling you shouldn't speak up, you shouldn't hope for this, for that, and for whatever, it's just you grow sick of that, and you end up withdrawing from all these people emotionally and mentally, and determining, you know what, I'm better than them. That is exactly the position I want, and it is the one that I'm going to attack for. I will figure out what it takes. I'm going to complete it, and you're going to start on a journey that it will be, again, is going to manifest one of the most substantial and essential things for you and for your life. I hope that this general reading is of your liking. But if you do want to have a personalized reading with me, you can purchase one from my website, which link you can find in the description down below. And there at the very front page, you can see a full list of my services as well, their pricing, and based on your budget and also your needs, you can go for whichever one suits you best. Now, let's get back to your video. But there is a bit of an issue that is gonna sit against you, and that is the Judgment into the second position, which is in a position saying what is gonna work against you. and in generally the energies to your detriment, so to speak. And the judgment here sits as a lack of option right now, lack of option to initiate, at least currently, or rather lack of an ideal option. So there are going to be some, but they all are going to need to be exerted a certain compromise here and there. You can have one thing in exchange for another, so it's not going to be only in a surplus, so to speak. It's not going to the options are not going to involve only benefits. There are going to be some payments that you're going to have to make, whether emotional, monetary, physical, mental, and so on and so forth. And also another thing that is going to work against you is a lack of a foresight, in a sense of that not everything is going to be clear for you. You wouldn't know a big portion of what is going to take. So that is going to be a week where you're going to look for it. I mean, you're going to look for that particular requirement, but it will be obscured for a big part. And it will be stressful from that perspective, that you will be constantly on the edge, whether you're doing the right or the wrong thing, whether what you do matters or not. And probably for the most part of the week, you will refrain yourself of taking any major steps in one direction or another. But what is going to work in your favor here, under the influence and the energy of the Six of Swords, kind of shows to the determinations, or it is a validation of your determination, that you're going to show that the time has came for you to make a decisive step. It may take a week, but this step is going to be done one way or another. And the simple reason for it is because the position you are in, whether in your love life or whether in your career, is a position that you can gain anything no longer. I mean, you have already accomplished and achieved everything that there is in it, and now it's time for you to make a step toward the unknown. And don't you know it, at least according to that card, that step is going to be the very first. For some of you, a big stride. For others of you, Leo, a baby step, but nonetheless is going to be a step toward accomplishing a dream of yours. Scary step, but a very functional and a gainful one. So it's a week where you're going to traverse a very important threshold, and you're going to leave every timid person behind, everyone that it is trying to tell you what you should do and what should be your goals, what is good for you even, behind, and you're going to start doing something for yourself, which is going to alienate certain people, okay? But that should not bother you, because those who truly love you and truly count on you, are very reliable to you, are going to stick beside you. And towards the end of the week here, we do have the saving grace for you, which is the Knight of Swords, showing that you're going to figure out what you need to do. There is going to be one option that is going to stand out, thanks to your wisdom and your intelligence, which is going to be an option that will be simultaneously one that it will work. Okay, it's going to do what it's meant to do, and it will be a one that you would really gonna like being a part of. So that is a very rare condition here that you're gonna end up with, where what you have to do corresponds harmoniously with your intentions and with your feelings at the same time. So you aren't going to feel bad about it, you ain't going to feel stressed about it, you ain't going to feel regretful about it, and full force ahead. It does look like that you are off for a very important endeavor that you will establish throughout this particular week. This was your tarot reading. I really hope you enjoyed it and you liked it, and if you did, you can subscribe for the channel if you haven't already, leave a like, comment on the video as well if you feel the need to do so, and if you think that this video can help someone you know, you can share it with them as well. Other than that, hopefully we're going to see each other next time, and until then, bye.